Germany's economy is flatlining. Bridges are crumbling. Trains are late. And its digital network lags behind much of Europe. The solution? A bold, unprecedented move. A €500 billion special fund, stretching over 12 years. This is more than money. It's a gamble with Germany's future. Will it restore growth and modernize a country that once set the global standard for efficiency? Or will it sink under bureaucracy and politics? In June 2025, Chancellor Friedrich Merz announced a historic constitutional amendment. A €500 billion special fund, deliberately placed outside the country's strict debt brake. This fund is divided into two parts. €100 billion for climate and transformation, via the KTF, Climate and Transformation Fund. €400 billion for everything else: railways, digital networks, bridges, schools, hospitals, civil defense, and research. The promise is quick action. In 2025 alone, €22 billion will be spent. €10.5 billion for Deutsche Bahn, €3 billion for broadband, €1 billion for bridges and roads. Vice-Chancellor Lars Klingbeil told Parliament, "This is not just spending. This is the foundation of Germany's next economic era." Why take this gamble now? Germany's GDP growth has stalled, hovering at 0.2%, the lowest in the EU. Meanwhile, China, the US, and even Poland is outpacing Germany in digital infrastructure and industrial investment. A turning point came in 2024, when a landmark bridge in Dresden collapsed. Suddenly, the nation confronted an uncomfortable truth. Germany's infrastructure is no longer world-class. It is aging, overstretched, and in decline. For a country built on exports and efficiency, this is not just embarrassing, it's dangerous. Trucks are delayed. Digital businesses avoid rural areas. Families lose confidence in public services. The new fund is designed not only to repair roads and rails, but to rebuild national confidence. At the insistence of the Green Party, 20% of the fund, about €100 billion, is earmarked for climate action. This money will finance retrofitting old buildings to slash emissions, expanding green hydrogen and charging networks, upgrading power grids to handle renewable energy. Germany is legally bound to reach climate neutrality by 2045. But targets alone don't build solar farms or hydrogen pipelines. This is where the fund becomes not just an economic project, but a generational climate project. The announcement shook financial markets. European indices jumped. Bond yields climbed. Infrastructure and defense stocks surged. But beyond the markets, investors see opportunity. Germany is inviting public-private partnerships to multiply the impact of state money. Allianz Global Investors has already announced projects: UK-Germany energy interconnectors, nationwide fiber rollout, hybrid hydrogen-electric trains. The message is clear. If the state builds the framework, investors will follow. But the risks are real. Experts warn, this money must create new value, not simply repackage projects already in the budget. Germany's state auditors demand measurable outcomes. Without them, the fund could dissolve into bureaucracy. And then, the familiar enemy: delay. Even with new fast-track laws, Germany is notorious for permits that drag on for years. Airports, rail projects, even wind farms often take a decade longer than planned. Finally, the politics. While there is cross-party support today, it may not survive a recession, elections, or ideological battles. Now, imagine success. By 2035, trains run on time and reach rural towns. Broadband in every home, not just in cities. Bridges and schools are safe and modern. Entire industries thrive around hydrogen, retrofitting, and clean tech. Economists say, if the fund works, GDP growth could double, rising above 1.5%. Germany could become the green engineering powerhouse of Europe, exporting know-how to a world desperate for climate solutions. As Chancellor Merz put it, this is not a stimulus. It is a transformation. Germany's €500 billion bet is one of the boldest in its post-war history. If it succeeds, it could rebuild infrastructure, restore public trust, and cement Germany's role as a global climate leader. But if it fails, drowned by bureaucracy, political infighting, or wasted funds, it may become yet another chapter in the story of lost potential. The stakes could not be higher. What about your country? What gamble will it take to secure its future? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to Future Scope, where the future